welcome to another episode of Cape Rugby TV. Of course, Wednesday night, and as you know, your favorite rugby show. The big announcement, of course, as you know, as of the 3rd of September, Cape Town TV will be on DSTV. That means Cape Rugby TV will also be on DSTV, which means we'll be able to make our famous panel on the Cape Rugby TV show even more famous. And in case you haven't met them before, let me introduce them to you. Our first criminal here, Morgan Newman. Hello, Morgs.
How's it, chaps? How you doing?
I'm pretty good, but you're not our first criminal. I mean, you're like a used criminal now.
Yeah, no, I've been a criminal for about 2 years now, so yeah, I'm enjoying it, I must say.
Okay, we're gonna clip that and then air it as an admission of guilt. Another man is no stranger to the ranks of Western Province Rugby and is certainly carving away for himself at Western Province at the moment. Ishmael Dori. Hello, Ish.
Hi, Jobs. Good to be back. Thanks.
Looking good and healthy and fit. What's with the glow about you?
I think it's the Ramadan coming up. Looking forward to the holy month. So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah. Did you bring samosas?
It's waiting for you downstairs. So I sorted.
You're lucky the Ramadan's tomorrow. You can still squeeze in the odd white lie here and there. And Mr. H, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Yourself?
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm very happy to be, I love, of course, presenting Cape Rugby and bringing all the highlights. And I think that's part of the fun. So always good.
Enjoy it. Let's have a good show.
And we will have a good show. Yeah, let's start off now with some of the league results. We'll start off with Super League A. It was a good win for SK Warmers, or at least for Tygerberg. 34-25 over SK, and then Hamilton's a monster win, 78 points to 7 against Belleville. Let's talk about those results first. Tygerberg against SK Warmers. Morgs, Ish, let me ask you. Tygerberg would have been looking for this as a result. It's also a bit of a derby match.
Yeah, I mean, SK were up 25-9 at halftime, and then Tygerberg came back strongly and beat them 34-25. So
how do you throw a game like that away?
I have absolutely no idea. According to the report, apparently there was quite a strong wind, and Tygerberg used that to their advantage in the second half.
Yeah, it helps to, of course, have local knowledge, so to speak. But yeah, I think SK Women's will be a little bit disappointed with that result. Some controversial stories coming out of the SK Warmers versus Tygerberg game. We'll have to pay attention to the social media platforms and see what the union has to say about the controversies arising out of the Tygerberg SK game. But, we'll rather wait and see what official announcements come out as opposed to speculating on the show. The other match, of course, in Super League A was Hamilton's up against Belleville, and we've got the captain of Hamilton's here, Morgan Newman. All right, Morgs, this is the one day that I'm going to allow you to put your Hamilton's cap on because we are a neutral show. So, ordinarily you're not allowed to sit here and talk as if you're from any club. Like Ish wouldn't, of course, not talk about the fact that he's from Milnerton and that he's, one of the leading coaches in Western Province. But today we will allow you to talk about Hamilton's, considering that you are wearing the captain's badge. So, as the Hamilton's captain on the day, good win for you guys.
Yeah, James, I must say, I think the captain had a big role to play in that game. I think he... No, look, it was a good performance by Hamilton's. I think, the boys really came out and played well. I mean, I must say that Belleville have been hit by quite a few injuries. So they missed quite a few of their senior players, which was obviously to their detriment. But yeah, I mean, in the end, also quite a windy day out there and a game of two halves. But yeah, Hamilton's very, very happy with the result. And obviously, we've got some big games coming up. So yeah, good to get a result like that on the road.
Well, I'm thrilled to hear that it was a game of two halves, because if it was a game of one half, we'd of course have a serious problem. But yes, it was a game of two halves. Have you heard that before, Ish?
Never, but I mean, that means obviously he's going to be captain for the rest of the season now.
Well, I don't know.
I think you should start doing the top captains, Jeff, because 1 out of 1, that's 100% win record.
Right, okay. Yes, we should actually start looking at the game. The problem is that some of the teams change captains, so it's difficult to. And I suppose some teams even change coaches on the odd occasion. So really, what we do need in terms of that ranking structure that we're doing now, and people are loving this ranking structure. Ish, your thoughts on the ranking?
Well, I think it's educational purposes. I mean, it doesn't mean you're a great coach if you have the best strike rate.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best coaches might not have the resources and the best team at his disposal, but he could be the best coach. So it's merely educational, I think.
It's merely just statistics for the fun of it. It's a little bit like cricket. They can come up with a stat for anything. The third batsman who played in the 50th match with the fourth batsman scored 25 runs off 29 overs, and that would be a record. And then they could just create any permutation. But a good result then, yes, for Hammies. And of course, Bellville will be looking to bounce back. Goodwood in Super League B, they were up against Kuilsriver over the weekend. And a solid result there for Goodwood. 33-29, and Goodwood struggling a little bit in the beginning of the season. Of course, Primrose 41-7 over Hamlets. But the other interesting thing, Mr. H, that we're going to look at a little bit later in the game, is some of the teams that have had a 100% strike rate have now been knocked off their perch. But if we just look at this result here, Goodwood, they were really struggling in the beginning of the season. They seem to be bouncing back now.
Yeah, and again, a surprising result because, you know, Kuilsriver is one of the top 5 in that section, and now suddenly one of the bottom teams come and give them a little knock.
Yeah, what do you make of the Primrose against Hamlet's results?
Well, I think Primrose is well on track, you know, to stay at the top.
Well, this of course pushes them to the top of Super League B, so they must be thrilled with that. I mean, they had to just wait for, but I mean, they're going into the fast now as well, so they had to get these games out the way. If we look at this, what will this do from a mental state for the teams that are going on Ramadan now, knowing that they've played the majority of their games, and they kind of have to sit back and watch what's going to happen with the other teams who are going to play a bit of catch up now?
Well, I think it's important because obviously guys like SK and Primrose, they've played quite a lot of games, and it will be a sort of a mental break for them, for their teams, as well as their players, and catch up for the rest of the clubs will definitely be on a big priority list. So they can sit back, relax, reflect, and hopefully the teams behind them don't catch up too much.
Any sense of demotivation or demoralization, do you think, or?
Definitely not. It's a time of it's a special time for the Muslim people, and it's a time where we reflect and we look back and give back to people that are less fortunate than us. Yes. Most of the teams come back refreshed and play even better rugby. So you never know.
Yeah. Well, if it's giving back, can we include some Musas in there? Okay, because honestly, the Cape Rugby TV show, we like our course, Anyway, okay, let's look at the results in Premier League A. Food is all about rugby. Kraaifontein 40-10 over Scottsdene. Peniel Villages beating Elsie's 25-17 St George's. A good win for them against Rangers, 36-14. Macassar 29-15 over Paul. And Collegians 20 points to 12 over Silurians. Gentlemen, the big one to look at there is, of course, the Silurians-Collegians match. Morgs Silurians has been dominating the season. They were top of the pile. JP Zali there with a 100% strike rate. They took 5 points out of every game. But going down to Lentegeur and playing against the Kol at the Gat. I've got to remember all my little names here. The Kol, the Gat, the track. We've got a whole lot of nicknames now. And of course, the Kol playing against the Navy train, which was the blue train, the Navy Blues. All right, I'm just going to stop right there. But a strong win for Collegians, for them to come out and beat Silurians, who are a very strong outfit. They've got some top skilled players in their team, and their bragging rights are gone.
Yeah, it's a big one for Silurians, I think. I think there's a lot of people that were sort of talking up a storm and expecting them to come into the next division and just to wipe teams out, and they have been doing that. I mean, I think I was talking to someone from Collegians, and they said that from Division 1 or 2, I think they haven't lost a game in 4 or 5 seasons now. Yeah. So, it's a big one for them to lose, but at the same time, you got to lose one every so often just to bring yourself down to earth and start working hard again at training, I think.
Yes.
For me, hats off to Collegians. Yeah. They played their 3rd game on a trot in 1 week. They were battling with injuries. Silurians had a bye the week before. So, absolutely no excuses. I think Collegians got to get a lot of raps for what they did, and they play with a lot of pride and a lot of passion for that jersey, and it's amazing.
Let's look at Premier League B. Strong result for Eerste Rivier against Silvertree, 47 points to 5. Lunga going down to Strand Franschhoek, 23-32 against Milnerton. Good win for Milnerton. We'll find out from Ish more about that in a second. Strand United beat the Menenberg Rangers, 20 points to 12. Ish, you guys seem to be maintaining form nice and strong. Good win for you guys.
Yeah, it was tough out there at Franschhoek. It was quite windy and conditions weren't really suited for expansive running rugby, but thanks to Franschhoek for hosting us in a very hospitable manner.
very nice people, and they enjoy their rugby quite a lot.
Yeah. So when you were talking, not last week, the week before when we had the show, we were talking about, you said it's a process. You keep building and building and building. Could you see some of that in the game? You said it was a tough game. It wasn't easy on the day. You had to adapt.
Yeah, I mean, Franshoek, they came all guns firing, and they attacked us at the breakdown, which some of our guys never expected. And it slowed our ball down a bit, and we couldn't really sort of play our game plan a little bit. But hats off to the guys. I think they're getting to understand the processes that we're trying to build. And we learn every single week. We never stop learning.
Did you at any stage during the game think, well, I have to change the game plan?
Not really. Basically just sticking to the structures. And sometimes players go off course during a game, and that's when your leaders come into play. And got to bring them back onto the game plan and play what the coaches have planned for the week.
Eddie Theron still captaining the side there?
As well, very good. Eddie as well as Jacques, he's the vice captain. So it's important to have that good, strong leadership within the team, and so that the team can look forward to the structures and play the structures properly.
There's only a couple of players that are starting to get a couple of mentions here now in Western Province. Right? Captains and coaches, and bless you, Mr. H. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, fine.
Would you like a glass of water?
No, I'm just, I see how this thing is developing,
Which
captains, coaches.
Yes.
You must be careful.
Why?
No, later on, the show will be all about the captains and the coaches.
Yeah, as opposed to the administrators. As I think it should be. I mean, we've sort of it's kind of evolved the show a little bit, where we're getting closer and even more opportunity for the players, the coaches to get their place in the limelight, in the spotlight, so to speak. The limelight and the spotlight in the place. I don't know what I'm saying here, but the spotlight.
Yeah, no, it's fine. As long as the captains on the show don't, sort of carry favor with their coaches on the show.
Oh, you mean
so that they be the captain next week again.
But that's a given.
Is it?
Yeah, he's
Done already?
Done. Done, deal signed and sealed.
All right. Okay, let me just bring the show back to some sense of normality here. It will always be about the captains and the coaches, because I think they're the ones that are out there on the field every weekend doing the hard yards. And the more players we can give publicity to, the better it is for club rugby. Of course, that means for you out there, if you're watching the show right now and you want to be like one of these inspirational heroes, the players and the coaches, go and join a local club and start playing rugby again. All right, if you're coming out of school especially, go and find a club near you. Don't stop playing rugby when you come out of school. All right, we want more and more school kids to go and play club rugby. It's great for the social environment. It's great to keep you busy, because we know if you're not being kept busy, you get a little bit naughty. Okay, so schoolboys, go find a club. Let's look at the results now in Division 1. And some more interesting results here. Lagunya, well, it was a 23-18 win over Atlantis. Rocklands going down to Violets. Stelkor, 35-10 over Busy Bees. And Northerns going down to Ahmadiyas. Mr. H, the one that jumps out there for me is Stellenbosch Coronations. They had such a terrible season last year, and they didn't start off great this year, but they're getting a little bit back into it now.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's their second win in a row. So yeah, something is getting on there, and I think it's important for a club like it, just to bounce back a little bit.
Yeah, and we know that they've got a close relationship with Kloetisville.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're very friendly towards one another, but yeah.
Okay, so Blue Stars then in Division 2 beating Kylemore 20 points to 14, another good result for them, and All Saints beating Blue Jets 19-17. Gardens Tech, well, just a 3 points difference there. Young Stars 16-13 over Gardens Tech, and Caledonian Roses 28-21 over Masiphumelele. Morgs, this was another one of those shock results that we spoke about. Masiphumelele have a 100% strike rate. They go down and they play against Callies, and it is a loss out of the blue from 100 points to 0 over Watsonia last week. And Caledonian Roses pulls a rabbit out the hat, and they really put one over Macy's. What will this do for the motivation for Masiphumelele?
I think it's more important to ask, what did the win, 100-point win, do to them, last week? I think, the big thing is, you come from a win like that, sometimes you think you're invincible, and all of a sudden the training session, which is always at 110%, is now all of a sudden at 80, and you're thinking that you can take on the world. So, yeah, again, another team that's been brought down to earth. with a loud shudder, and I think they'll bounce back next week. But again, it's one of those results come out of the blue, all of a sudden back down, and the training sessions all of a sudden 110% again. So yeah.
I just got to ask you though, Morgs, are you expecting a phone call at the moment?
No, it's actually Ish was busy SMSing his missus just to say that he's going to be a few minutes late. Yeah, he's going to hang around after the show and eat some missus with us.
Okay.
Can eat, it's the evening.
You can, because tomorrow you start fasting. All right. Clubs take a break. You keep coaching?
We've given
Milnerton are not being a Muslim club.
Yeah, we've got a few Muslim boys in the club.
How does it work? How does it work for the players? I mean, when it's, at which stage? It's kind of a tricky thing. I mean, you got some Muslim clubs where there are a lot of non-Muslim or some non-Muslim players playing. But if the club is predominantly, historically a Muslim club, you'll break for the fast and have all your buys?
Things have changed. We're in the new South Africa now. I can proudly say that Unimil is a very diverse club. We've got players from all different creeds, different cultures. We've got about 10, 12 Muslims at the club. And what we asked Western Province at the beginning of the season, because you've got to apply very early for your leave, especially during Ramadan. And they've granted us the 4-5 week break, and we've taken it with both hands. We've taken the 1 week off, and the rest of the guys will be continuing training the following week, just twice a week for an hour and a bit. And
how does that work? I mean, explain to us. I mean, there's a lot of people watching the show that don't necessarily understand the dynamics of Ramadan during the club rugby season. So you're saying Milnerton, because the majority of players
are non-Christian
in the first team are Muslim. Well, not non-Christian, because they could be,
yes,
something else. But they're Muslim. So you took a special dispensation, so to speak, to take a break. How does that work for you from a coaching point of view? When can you train? When can't you train? What are the kind of the realities around it?
Well, it doesn't mean you can't train. Ramadan is a very special month for the Muslims, and a lot of the Muslim clubs take off completely. Ramadan, you stay away from food, drink. Not only that, but it's a way of reflecting and giving back to those less fortunate. A lot of the Muslim clubs also stay away from sport, so they can put all the attention to this holy month.
Yes.
The club has also decided that we've given them 2 weeks off, so the Muslim boys, they can stay off from rugby for the next 2 weeks. However, they've got to stay a little bit fit in terms of doing a little bit of jogging on their own, maybe after they've broken their fast. So we fast from the morning, 6 o'clock, 6:30, till 6 the evening. So it's about a 12-hour day fasting period.
6:30 being the time the sun rises.
Yeah.
Well, obviously the time
Yes.
changes a little bit, minute by minute.
Minute by minute, every day it becomes earlier.
Yeah.
And obviously every day it becomes later, you break your fast.
Yes.
So that's what we've given the guys, and they've delivered for us throughout the season in terms of results. And I think it's important that we...
So what happens at a club that is a non-Muslim club that they carry on playing throughout the season? What do they do? And I would imagine that most clubs would have respect for the player's religion. Do they then allow that player to take off for a couple of weeks?
Well, it's all up to the player. He can decide whether he can play or not.
Right.
Most players don't play because firstly it's not their professional job.
Yeah.
They're just playing for the fun and the enjoyment. So they take off that month completely and they miss out maybe 2 or 3 games.
Tell us, just go back a step there. You mentioned the fact that professional job, and when you were a professional rugby player, what did you do when you were fasting? During your...
In Japan, we fasted for about 15, 16 hours. And it was tough because I trained and fasted.
Yes.
There was a point where I almost fell over, but I carried on.
Yeah.
The people don't really understand the mental strength that you have during this month. Hashim Amla does it in the cricket. So people think you cannot do it. I mean, it's just biologically impossible. However, some divine intervention comes maybe into you, and for me, I fasted, and some players might not. I don't know, that's up to them.
It's incredible how much mental strength one actually has when you go looking for it.
You can always just look above and ask.
There's always a little bit more to go and dig deep. Of course, one of the important things for a lot of players during the month of Ramadan is not to lose weight. And we know that a lot of the guys, they get their meal replacements in before breakfast or before sunrise. They take extra protein shakes. Some of the guys then, after the evening meal, will have an additional protein shakes. Some of the guys even will wake up in the middle of the night and have a protein shake. Tell us a bit about that.
Sometimes it can have the adverse effect. People pick up weight because they go haywire come eating time.
Really?
Overload on samosas and pies and to the point where they cannot even stand up. And that's not the point of the fast.
Yes.
I mean, the fast is psychological as well as physical.
Moderation.
Yeah, everything in moderation.
Yeah.
However, it's important to get your proteins in and your carbs. You know, samosas adds a little bit of fats and carbs as well.
Yes, nothing
But
wrong with that.
nothing wrong with that. But it's important as well to hydrate. Lots of liquids, lots
Yeah.
of water,
Yeah.
because you're not getting in that fluids during the day.
Yeah. No, okay, so good for us to know there and understand the dynamics of Ramadan in probably one. I would imagine this is not necessarily a globally practiced thing. So it's quite nice that there's a union in South Africa where it is a respected tradition.
Well, speak about in soccer, the Premier League, as the dynamics of Muslims within the Premier League has changed a lot in terms of sponsorship, in terms of gambling sponsors getting on board, alcohol sponsorships getting on board. Sort of corporates have started to take note and listen to the Muslims, because there's quite a lot of Muslim players in the Premier League, and in Western Province Rugby we've got a massive amount of Muslims players and coaches as well.
I suppose on the flip side, when you maybe, for example, are Jewish, you wouldn't play rugby necessarily on a Friday night because it's Shabbat. Different dynamics, Mr. Stage.
Yeah, but it's always up to the individual.
Yeah.
No,
But you would hope that as an individual
Yeah.
that you've got your coach is going to support the process, and the administrator is going to support that process, and not, hold that against you. Anyway, a little bit of forward thinking, maybe with some parts of the world and parts of South Africa still. Let's take a look at some of the other results then over the weekend. Whistling Wheels, well, they were up against Peninsula, 36-21. Young Ideas, 36-7 at Perseverance. Retreat, 22-10 against Pioneers. And Temperance, well, they went out to Mikawi, 18 points to 7. While in Division 4, it was Police and Khayelitsha, 25-20 win for Police. Titans, 37-0 over Cities. Progress, 44-13 over Delft. And Young Brothers, 68 points to 18 over Thistle. So a good win there for Young Brothers. The monster result there, once again, yet another team whose record has been broken, is in Division 4, Khayelitsha, coming up against Police. Now, Police, of course, Mr. H, it's their debut season. They had to start at the bottom, come entry level into Division 4, which is the lower division, so to speak, in Western Province. I mean, we often give the Paarl region last, but doesn't mean it's the lower league. It's a separate league, so to speak. But Khayelitsha, 100% strike rate. Another team losing their 100% strike rate.
Yeah, and they, I think it was a fantastic game to be at, and the tension, and to see how there weren't many spectators though, but to see how they, how the two teams played against one another was fantastic.
Well, I think we've got a way to go for Police to catch up a little bit in terms of the kind of the media, the exposure, the Facebook, the Twitter, the invites, the turning every rugby match into an event. So I'm sure Police are going to catch up with that.
Yeah, and they're starting, with the basics, and it will take a while, but already those players, they get off to train during work time.
Yeah, a lot of potential.
That's one thing that why would you want to go to another club when you can get off in work time to go and practice?
All right, folks, we're going to take an ad break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the highlights in the match between Police and Khayelitsha. It was a big one over the weekend. We'll be back with you in a sec.
Get down to Dis-Chem now for more great specials on Evox Advanced Nutrition products. Buy an Evox Synergy Whey Protein 2.2 kilograms for only $429.95. You save 140 Rand. Buy an Evox 5 kilogram 5XL muscle meal for only $459.95. You save 80 Rand. Evox ready-to-drink protein shake. Buy 3, get 1 free. 4 for $95.85. You save 31 Rand 95. Evox Advanced Nutrition is the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers. Get so much more for so much less at Tata Wirstenberg, like the new Indigo Manza, which is as easy on the eyes as it is dominant on the roads. Our special introductory offer starts at only 124,995 for only 1,849 per month. With a 3-year, 100,000 kilometer warranty, 3 years unlimited roadside assistance, and a 4-year, 100,000 kilometer service plan. The Indigo Manza demands a second look. To find out more, SMS the word Manza to 32010 and one of our service consultants will be in touch. Terms and conditions apply.
Tata is a good buy for sure.
Let me show you some of the highlights in the match. Police against Khayelitsha. playing at Police home ground in Pinelands. Let's see what happens. So yes, a good result there for Police, 25-20. Mr. H, during the break, you were just telling Ish about some of the history of Police. You said they didn't always play at the home ground there at Pinelands.
No, well, they played there, but there were two police. Yeah. There was a white police and the colored police, or black police. The black police played at City Park for a long time. And then, you know, after Unity, they tried to join again, but then things fell apart.
The white and the black police tried to join?
Yeah.
What do you mean they fell apart?
No, well, the club went out of existence.
So this was quite a few years back then?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they were strong.
They tried to join up with Epping, but it didn't work.
Didn't work.
And then they went out of existence. But it's fantastic that they're back.
They've got great facilities, got a bit of potential.
Yeah, there's lots of things there.
We caught up with the losing captain and coach of Khayelitsha. Let's, well, the captain first. Let's hear what he has to say. Dimiso, you're the captain of Khayelitsha. Didn't go your way today.
Can I come again?
I said a tough game today.
Yeah, it was tough, but we learn a lot from these guys. But we hope to do better from the next game.
You guys have had a good season so far. What went wrong today?
I think it's the lack of fitness. Just because the last 2 weeks we were not playing well. And other weeks we were buying. So guys are busy at work.
So you still got to go back to the drawing board now, a little bit of preparation for the rest of the season?
Yeah, but I think for the next game, the guys must pick it up so that we can go up. This year we want to go to the next division.
Well, congratulations on a great season so far, and I know it didn't go your way today, but close game anyway, so well done.
Thank you, sir.
Captain of Khayelitsha there, and of course after so many straight wins, they'll be looking to keep their chin up. When we come back, we'll catch up with the coach of Khayelitsha, and then of course the winning captain and coach of Police. And don't forget the Tata man of the match. We'll take an ad break, and we'll be back with you in a sec.
Get down to Dis-Chem now for more great specials on Evox Advanced Nutrition products. Buy an Evox Synergy Whey Protein 2.2 kilograms for only $429.95. You save 140 Rand. Buy an Evox 5 kilogram 5XL muscle meal for only $459.95. You save 80 Rand. Evox ready to drink protein shake. Buy 3 get 1 free. 4 for $95.85. You save 31 Rand 95. Evox Advanced Nutrition is the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers. Get so much more for so much less at Tata Wustenberg, like the new Indigo Manzo, which is as easy on the eyes as it is dominant on the roads. Our special introductory offer starts at only 124,995 for only 1849 per month. with a 3-year, 100,000-kilometer warranty, 3 years unlimited roadside assistance, and a 4-year, 100,000-kilometer service plan. The Indigo Manza demands a second look. To find out more, SMS the word Manza to 32010 and one of our service consultants will be in touch. Terms and conditions apply.
Tata is a good buy for sure.
Welcome back, folks. Cape Rugby TV, Wednesdays at 9. And as we mentioned earlier on, as of September, Cape Town TV will be on the DSTV bouquet. That press release has gone out, so you can look forward to seeing Cape Rugby TV on DSTV. The channel we don't really know yet, but will certainly be on DSTV. And then, of course, there'll be a second extra signal for Cape Town TV, which is the original Cape Town TV signal, as you might remember, which means that the Cape Town TV channel will still be free to everybody in Cape Town that can reach the Tygerberg transmitter with a stronger signal. So more viewers for Cape Rugby TV, and we look forward to that. And of course, don't forget, of course, the live stream option. You can go check that out at www.capetowntv.org, and you can tell your friends up and down Africa now to watch the Cape Rugby TV show. We'll be looking forward to that. Finally, we'll be able to maybe show Jerome's fans in Kenya, Mr. H.
Yeah, that would be great.
So can you imagine now the Cape Rugby TV will be able to see it in all of those other places? I think Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. I'm not sure where all of the DSTV signal gets picked up in Africa, but Cape Rugby TV now a much bigger opportunity for the clubs, and hopefully even more sponsors for the clubs. Anyway, okay, so let's catch up now with the winning captain and coach of Police. Some very proud guys there, Vincigo Anthony, and of course Ivan Swanepoel. Let's see what they have to say. Vincigo, you're the captain here of Police. First year back in the park for a long time for Police, but good win for you guys today.
Yeah, we've been training this week very hard, and the guys been positive all the way. Almost slipped the game at the end, but all credit must go to all the guys for the hard work.
Maar het lijkt my die ouens wat hier so speel vandag, hulle lyk nogal trots op die feit dat hulle weer die polisieklere kan dra.
Ja, dat is 'n lang tyd polisie klippers weer terug op die been en baie ouens het gekom van wyd en suid. Maar op 'n einde van die dag wil ons weer polisie weer op die kaart sit.
Wij is dat wel gedaan en ons gaan net vir jou en vir jou boys 'n man of the match gee. So lyk my julle het goed gedoen vandag.
Ja, dankie JP.
Evan, great win for you guys today. It was a little bit tight there, but at the end you guys pulled it off.
There's always a tight game against Kailicha. We were expecting them. They come out here to win. But we were good prepared. We have a good training session this weekend, this past week, and the guys was actually ready for them. It was always a hard physical game against Kailicha. They're very good side. Eh?
Nou luister, ek meen dis die eerste seisoen vir julle. Dit is seker moeilik vir jou as 'n coach. Ek meen as jy so kyk na hierdie ouens wat rond en bond by mekaar gekom het om vir die coach, om vir die kaptein en die coach en die span te speel. Wat sou jy sê sover in die seisoen is jou sterkpunte en swakpunte?
Wat ek kan sê, een van my sterkpunte is dat die ouens kameraadskap so positief. Hulle wil graag hê die klub moet opgaan, die klub moet werk, die klub moet een van die super top teams weer wees en in die Super League speel. Dat is een van ons goals wat ons wil graag bereik. En die mannekant, soos ek sê, ons nog in die bouvase, wat ons kyk hoe hy dinge en al die goed.
Nou sê my, ek meen, as ons nou kyk na die res van die seisoen, julle het 'n paar games in hand. Waarop gaan jy werk oor die volgende paar weke?
Ek gaan werk in my lynstaande, met losballe, wat is balhantering, al die goed in die
scrum. 'n bietjie hand skills, hè?
Ja, in die balhantering en die scrums, ons moet al aan werk.
Luister, wel gedaan. Jy is sover een van die top coaches hier so in die WP met 'n span wat lank uit die picture was en nou is julle terug, so wel gedaan.
Dankie, Tippie.
Welcome back to Cape Rugby TV, folks. Don't forget, of course, as of September, Cape Town TV will be on the DSTV bouquet and also an extra free-to-air channel in the Cape Town area. Remember, you need to tell your friends that they must point their transmitters, or at least their antenna, at the Tygerberg transmitter. But fantastic that now the Cape Rugby TV show, along with Cape Town TV, will have such a bigger audience. Of course, DSTV broadcasts all the way into Africa. So many countries out there will now also be able to watch the Cape Rugby TV show, which means more publicity for you, more opportunity for you to go and get sponsors, and hopefully we'll get a few more jerseys up here. Once again, thanks to the guys from Violets who brought their jersey, As you would have seen it on the Al Isra.co.za, the sponsor of Violet. And Morgs, we got another jersey in not so long ago. I think it's right behind you, actually. Is it Brackenfell?
Yeah, I think we got Brackenfell in. Was it Carla Nokia, I think, brought it from Brackenfell. So, yeah, good to see people bringing in their jerseys.
Yeah, so in actual fact, we're going to put together a list one of these days of all the jerseys that we've got up on the wall here. And if you haven't got your jersey up here just yet, try and ask one of your administrators at your club who are aware of the show to get us a spare jersey. It doesn't have to be a first team jersey, a second team jersey, a third team jersey, any jersey. Get it for us and we'll throw it up the show and help you get a little bit of exposure for one of your sponsors. We're caught up with the coach of Khayelitsha. Unfortunately, didn't go their way on the day. Let's see what Dumisa Mayepe, at least Maxwell Bokoyi, who we know is one of the top coaches. Let's see what Maxwell has to say. Maxwell, tough day out here, Police. It's their first run in the season, but you guys are currently the log leaders in Division 4. Didn't go your way today.
We tried to make our homework, but it didn't work because even on the first round, they give us a hard game. We knew when we came here it was going to be tough, but at the end of the day, there's supposed to be a winner and a loser.
You've had a fantastic season so far. You've had 100% strike rate. I think 9 out of 9. A little bit sad now. It's going to be 10 out of 9 or 9 out of 10. What's the way forward for you guys now?
Now everything for us, it went well. We started this from the juniors. We started to develop this from the under 20s till here. But we're going to go to the practice and try to work on our mistakes and work on the season because we still have more games to play, 4 games to play.
You guys have, from a Khayelitsha point of view, you must be very proud of the way that rugby is turning out in Khayelitsha.
Yeah, we're very proud because at the end of the day, it's been like 25 years Khayelitsha not making on the top. So for us this year, it's a big surprise. We're going to work more and try to make Khayelitsha on the map.
Well, listen, well done. You guys are top of the pile. I know it didn't go your way today, but like you say, still a few more games left before the end of the season.
At the end of the day, I would say well done to the Police. We wish them all the best. But one thing they must know, we're going to be on top. We'll stay there.
That's classic confidence.
Thanks, man.
Cheers, mate. Fantastic sentiment there from Maxwell, the coach of Khayelitsha, congratulating Police, and I think that's what it's about, is teams before games, at least after games, no matter who the winner was, shaking hands. It's just a nice culture between the clubs, huh?
Most definitely, and that's what sport's all about, and it brings people, cultures, communities together, and at the end of the day, that should be the winner.
What do you guys do after a game?
Oh, we sing, we mix with the other teams if they want to. We invite them into the club, and we try and get to know them a little bit, so that we know when we go to them, hopefully we'll get the same hospitality.
Of course, it was the Tata man of the match who had such a fantastic performance. Adrian, sir, let's catch up with the Tata man of the match, courtesy of Tata Oosterburg and Tata Paul Valley. See what the boys have to say. Arianza, you are our Tata man of the match today. You win for yourself $1,000, courtesy of Tata Oosterburg and Tata Paul. You must be feeling happy with yourself playing for these boys.
Yeah, I'm very happy, those guys. They are a family. We are all a family. Yeah.
Nou, jy het nommer 12 gespeel vandag, maar ek sien jy is nogal los met daai voete.
Ja, nee, dit is maar die ou goud wat soos hulle sê, wat uitkom. Dit's 'n bietjie onfit en so, maar hy's daar.
Julle was 'n bietjie agter daar so op die end, maar ek sien toe jy so by die lyn afgaan toe, sit jy daai chip kickie in en die bal het terug ingespin en toe was 'n runaway try.
Ja, dit is net 'n bietjie van 'n alleen speel en brilliance.
Luister, wel gedaan. Ek gaan vir kaptein Gareth Watts vra. Hy is hier so die hoof van the man of the match. He's going to come and shake hands with you. There we go. Congratulations. Gareth, from a police point of view. There we go. Yeah. So there's quite a lot of support here.
Yeah.
Captain Watts, you must be very proud of your boys so far. First time back in a long time.
Yeah, I'm very proud of AD because he's one of the players that I said he must come and play for us here in Cape Town. So he have got it, but he's not a little bit unfit.
Hy's 'n klein bietjie meer as 'n klein bietjie onfit.
Maar hy het 'n great game gespeel, maar
Yes, very brilliant of him for the last try that he going to score. So that was one of his brilliance, and it seems to me that he's going to do much better in the future.
now it's your first. I mean, we have to ask you. It's your first time back in the on the park, so to speak, for many years. How do you feel about police being back in Western Province?
Yeah, I appreciate that Western Province help us to be here, and I hope in the future we will be all these years that was in the past that we didn't play, that we're gonna play, and one of these days we're gonna play in the top league.
Now, I understand you've also got your own little tradition here of handing
Yes.
over your own little man of the match.
Yes,
So I'm going to let you do the honors.
Yes,
Ek doen daar kry jy nou sommer 2 man of the matches.
Yes. Ek weet nie wat om te sê nie, ek is net bly en bly van my spanmaats.
Solank jy daai check vir Mr. H teruggee, sal alles alright wees. Captain Watts, thank you very much for having me.
Okay,
there we
thank
go.
you.
Right. A lot of action here today at police. You might as well stay here. Mense, hoe lyk hy? There we go. Okay. Your Tata man of the match. Congratulations. Lots of smiles there, and of course, lots of individual brilliance. You need individual brilliance to win the man of the match.
At least he backs himself, eh?
You have to have that, yeah. All right, folks, it's time to take an ad break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the results in the Paarl region. That's going to come up in a second. And of course, many competitions still coming up during the course of the show, so keep your cell phones handy. Back with you in a sec.
Get down to Dis-Chem now for more great specials on Evox Advanced Nutrition products. Buy an Evox Synergy Whey Protein 2.2 kilograms for only $429.95. You save 140 Rand. Buy an Evox 5 kilogram 5XL muscle meal for only $459.95. You save 80 Rand. Evox a ready-to-drink protein shake. Buy 3, get 1 free. 4 for $95.85. You save 31 Rand 95. Evox Advanced Nutrition is the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers.
Get so much more for so much less at Tata Wirstenberg, like a new Indigo Manzo, which is as easy on the eyes as it is dominant on the roads. Our special introductory offer starts at only 124,995 for only 1,849 per month, with a 3-year 100,000 kilometer warranty, 3 years unlimited roadside assistance, and a 4-year 100,000 kilometer service plan. The Indigo Manzo demands a second look. To find out more, SMS the word Manzo to 32010 and one of our service consultants will be in touch. Terms and conditions apply.
Tata is a good buy for sure.
Welcome back, Cape Rugby TV. Yes, it is. Let's quickly take a look at one of our sponsors, Evox Advanced Nutrition. Of course, we're the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and Club Rugby. Remember, if you are a Club Rugby player, you have access directly to Evox. Okay, so get hold of your coach or get hold of your administrator or go to the Western Province Club Rugby website and look on the front. You'll see a banner there where you as a Club Rugby player can apply as part of the Western Province Rugby sponsorship to get your sponsorship allocation. So go to the, as I say, the Western Province Club Rugby website and go and look there for the banner and just click on that and fill in your details to make sure that you are a registered Club Rugby player. Right, in the Paarl region, of course, we're going to take a look at that in a second, but in the meantime, 33280, get your cell phones handy. Right, you want to win for yourself the Shaker 600, we know about that. It makes your life a lot easier. I've got a tray for the clubs, okay? So if you're going to win this prize, we want you to make sure that you give the water bottle tray, the carrier tray, to your club, okay? Don't be running around now with a tray at home. But the key prize for you is the Synergy Whey Protein, worth quite a bit of cash. If you want to win for yourself the Synergy Whey Protein, there you see it is on your screen right now, 33280. Tell us who is the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers, and what is their favorite product. SMS your name and the answer to 33280. And last week's winner was, of course, Mark Delaporte. Congratulations, Mark. You win for yourself that Synergy Whey Protein, the Shaker 600, as well as the tray which we want you to give to your club. There you see it again. That is the Synergy Whey Protein, up for grabs. Okay, so results in the Paarl region then. Vineyards 36-25 over Albions. Paarl Rangers beating Young Gardens 2014. Violets Paarl, Allendale beating Violets Paarl 34-17. And Lower Paarl 55-27 over Simonium. While in the Simonsburg region, Languedoc 17-21 against Excelsior. Lewan Blair going down to 4 at 38-13. Blue Stars losing to Pumas, and Lamont
It doesn't look like that game was played with the 20 points to 0. Somebody got the 20 points there. Normally those 20 points to 0 is due to a game that wasn't played. Last week was the Spot the Ball competition. We run this competition on Facebook where you can go and find the photograph, and then we choose a winner from Facebook. Let's take a look at the before shot and see if you can see the ball, A1, A2, A3. Gentlemen, would you like to have a guess, Mr. H?
Yep, A1.
Ish?
B1.
B1, where's B1? Morgs?
B2.
B2, right, let's take a look, see where's the ball. Oh, it's in, where is it? It's in B1.
B1.
Congratulations, Ish, you are this week's non-winner. All right, okay. And of course the winner there was Jasmine Kimi. So congratulations, Jasmine, you win for yourself a Lexar flash drive, courtesy of Lexar, and a Cape Rugby TV t-shirt. Once again, that Cape Rugby TV t-shirt. There you go. There you see it. Cape Rugby TV on the back. Nice. And the Cape Rugby TV t-shirt that you can wear proudly at your local club game. So congratulations, Jasmine. You managed to win the Spot the Ball competition. This week's Spot the Ball competition, let's take a look at the photograph there. And remember, you'll find this on Facebook. A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, and C3. Morgs, you care to have a guess?
Chaps, I haven't seen this one. I'm going to go with B2.
Ish?
Half between B1 and B2.
No, you have to choose a block.
B1.
B1, Mr. H?
C1.
C1.
You almost cooking a grubber.
All right, of course, remember the rules of the competition states that it's the majority of the ball, all right, that the grid is in. So you go back to Facebook and go and have another look at that picture there. The Kraaifontein Golf Day is coming up shortly. Nice of Kraaifontein Rugby Club to send in their little bit of sponsorship request there for the folks to go and play in the Kraaifontein Rugby Golf Day. There you see the slide on the screen right now. Kraaifontein Rugby Golf Day, and you can get yourself a 4-ball. Scores to count there, and of course that's on Friday the 26th of July. All right, costs are on the website. Club Rugby logs now. Let's take a look at the results. At least quickly look at the logs. And in Super League A, it's Durbell at the top. In Super League B, Primrose is at the top. Premier League A, Silurians are still at the top, even though Collegians beat them over the weekend. Silurians have a couple of games in hand. Premier League B, Milnerton, well done Ishmael Dolly. Young People's and Strand United, while in Division 2, Violets, Lagunya and Silverleaf. Division 2 sees Masi Pumalele and All Saints. Masi stays on the top, even though having lost over the weekend. Strand Pioneers, Imikawi and Young Ideas in Division 3. In Division 4, Kailicha, Bishop Labors and Progress, while in the Paarl region, Lower Paarl, Vineyards and Allendale stay in the top 3. And in the Simonsburg region, Lamont, Fora and Excelsior. Those are your logs. Time for us to take an ad break. When we come back, we'll take a look what's happening in the world of Super 15, and we'll also tell you where we are going this weekend, which club is going to have the opportunity of having the Cape Rugby TV team at their home game. We'll be back with you in a sec.
Get down to Dis-Chem now for more great specials on Evox Advanced Nutrition products. Buy an Evox Synergy Whey Protein 2.2 kilograms for only $429.95. You save 140 Rand. Buy an Evox 5 kilogram 5XL muscle meal for only $459.95. You save 80 Rand. Evox ready-to-drink protein shake. Buy 3, get 1 free. 4 for $95.85. You save 31 Rand 95. Evox Advanced Nutrition is the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers. Get so much more for so much less at Tata Wustenberg, like the new Indigo Manza, which is as easy on the eyes as it is dominant on the roads. Our special introductory offer starts at only 124,995 for only 1,849 per month. With a 3-year, 100,000 kilometer warranty, 3 years unlimited roadside assistance, and a 4-year, 100,000 kilometer service plan. The Indigo Manza demands a second look. To find out more, SMS the word Manza to 32010 and one of our service consultants will be in touch. Terms and conditions apply.
Tata is a good buy for sure.
Quickly to our fans picks that came in over the weekend. Once again, Hansel and Paul being very active on Facebook. So Hansel sent in a nice picture there of Paul Peterson, the ball carrier. You can see that shot there. And another pick of the week was Muhammad Armin. Congratulations to Muhammad Armin, who wins for himself a Cape Rugby TV t-shirt. Primrose up against Hamlets. Our top coaches this weekend. Yes, it was Mark Titus, who retains the 100% strike record and is currently the best coach in Western Province. Lamott, Simonsburg region at the top. Ishmael Dolly climbs up the coaches' rankings. He is sitting there with a strike rate of 92%. Other coaches there that are notable: Herman Masimla, Mark Goliath, JP Zali, Silurians moving down in the ranks now. Warren Edwards from Massey moving down in the ranks. Marius Heinz from Young Peoples, Maxwell Bakoyi, Kai Licha, and Chris Rousseau and Kevin Musicat. Okay, so, and of course, club rugby fixtures, let's take a look at that. What is coming up over the weekend, where it is to go. That's the interesting challenge. Belhar take on Hamiltons at Accordion Park. Kales River are up against Hamlets at Kales River. And of course, in Premier League A, it's Eerstervier and Kraaifontein, Macassar and Silurians. Strand take on Young Peoples. And in Division 1, it's Wraithby and Silverleaf. Blue Jets take on Blue Stars. All Saints and Gardens Tech. Kalmore take on Masipumalele. Division 3 is Cloutiesville Retreat, Richmond Rangers Temperance, Imikawi Young Ideas. Bishop Lavis take on Police in Division 4. In the Paarl Regions, Young Gardens and Lower Paarl, Simonium, Allendale, Riverstones and Young Standards. While in the Simonsburg regions, it's Lamott and Lewandley, Fora and Blue Stars, Pumas and Languedoc. Leisure Hotels is, of course, our official, call it not our official hotel partner, but certainly has become in that space now. If you want to win for yourself a night's accommodation, bed and breakfast, keep watching the Cape Rugby TV show, and you could be a winner, as is Avery Fredericks. Congratulations, Avery Fredericks, you win for yourself a night's accommodation, bed and breakfast at the Strand Towers. Of course, the Strand Towers are currently hosting the folks from the Gym for Life, the second World Gym for Life Challenge that is happening here in Cape Town, an event worth checking out at the CTICC. Let's take a look at the Super 15 results that came up over the weekend. We'll announce where we're going to go watch Club Game in a second, but let's quickly take a look at the Super 15 results over the weekend before we do Super Brew. The Bulls beating the Sharks by just 1 point. It was a win for the Stormers, 24-12 over the Kings. Cheetahs winning over the Blues. Hurricanes, well, that was a monster match, 49-44 win for the Highlanders. And then the Crusaders, 43-15 against the Chiefs. Let's take a look at our players and posers. Our player this week is Matt Toro. Congratulations, Matt. You are our player. And our poser was Wildingbat, or Wildingbat, whatever it is. Cape Rugby Celebrity Rankings. Morgan Newman is this week's Cape Rugby TV yellow cap holder. Congratulations, Morgs. Here you go. That's a cap for you. You can put it on proudly. I know you're a
Thanks,
cap
James.
fan. Let's take a look at our Super Brew predictions then. Who's going to select what? Morgs, Crusaders, Hurricanes.
Crusaders 10.
Mistake?
Crusaders 12.
Ish.
Crusaders 15.
Rebels, okay, Crusaders by 15. I'm going to go with Crusaders by 15 as well. I think it's a good result. Good pick. Rebels and the Highlanders, Morgs.
Highlanders 12.
Ish.
Highlanders 5.
The stage.
Rebels 6.
Blues take on the Chiefs. That's coming up. Rebels and the Highlanders, I think I'm going to go with the Highlanders by 17. The Blues and Chiefs, Morgs.
Chiefs 5.
Chiefs 20.
Stage.
Chiefs 15.
Chiefs 15. I'm going to go with the Chiefs by 25. And then the Waratahs take on the Reds in Sydney, Morgs.
Reds 8.
Ish.
Waratahs 3.
Reds 12.
I'm going to go with the Reds by 9, and then it's the Force against the Brumbies in Perth, Morgs.
Brumbies 15.
Ish.
Brumbies 12.
You'd have a reason for that, obviously. Mistake.
Brumbies 20.
Brumbies by 20 over the Waratahs. I think I'm going to go with the Reds by just 2 points. The Force take, at least I'm going to go with the Brumbies by... Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm going to go with the Brumbies by 17 over the Force. The Sharks take on the Kings in Durban, Morgs.
Sharks 22.
Ish.
Sharks 25.
Stage.
Sharks 15.
Sharks 15 over the Kings. I'm going to go the Sharks by 25 over the Kings. And then the Stormers take on the Bulls at Newlands. This is a big one this weekend for all the home fans, Morgs.
Stormers 2.
This is a tough one. Stormers 1.
Stormers 6.
Stormers 6. I'm going to go with the Stormers by 12. There we go. Those are your Super Brew predictions. Look out for those games coming up over the weekend. Of course, the game that we're going to over the weekend is Kales River. Kales River are up against Hamlets. Kales River and Hamlets. That's the game that you want to go to this Saturday. The Cape Rugby TV team will be out there. We're looking forward to that. That's a wrap from us, folks. Remember, you can find us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV. Morgan Newman, have a great rugby weekend.
Thanks, Japes. You too. And we wish all the Muslim rugby administrators, players, well over the fast.
Yep, Ish. Have a good Ramadan. I don't say Eid Mubarak just yet, huh?
Not yet, eh?
Not yet. What,
Just 1 month.
1 month.
what is the official...
Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Mubarak. That's right. It's the other way around. And Mr. H, you have yourself a good rugby weekend.
Thank you, sir. Will do.
There you go, folks. Enjoy the rugby. It's all rugby, rugby, rugby. And remember, you can tell your friends that as of the 3rd of September, the Cape Rugby TV show, along with Cape Town TV, will be on DSTV. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place. Bye-bye.